he was hard in my head, and I told him so. And I'm going to happily share that chart with you.
Hi, day 2 of my intestinal methanogen overgrowth treatment. Okay, so yesterday sucked. It sucked so bad. There's a thing called die-off that happens when you're taking antibiotics, or when you're in this, like where I'm literally starving these little archaeas, I don't remember how to say them, that are in my body feasting on the things that I put in it. So that sucks, and you feel really ill, and that's how I felt. And what I have noticed is that there's a 3-hour window from each time I take the medication. I take it every 8 hours. I'm on Xifaxan and neomycin right now for 14 days. So from when I take the medication for 3 hours, it peaks, it gets really sick, like really high sickness, and then it kind of like goes down and up and down, and then it tapers off, and then it happens again and again. Yeah, it's super unpleasant. It's also bringing up in me a lot of emotional stuff, because our physical illnesses are very often tied to our emotions and stress and things that we, carry around with us. And this is all in my solar plexus, in my sacral chakra, which makes sense because this all started for me, the sickness part, in spring, fall of 2018. And it started out in one specific way, all like with gut issues, and it's just evolved to this horrifying what it is now, in addition with my abdominal surgery that I had in 2020. So it kind of like, when that happened, it just exploded in the worst way possible. It was like a coup d'etat in my intestines. It's been like that, like went from walking on eggshells to like fecal incontinence, honestly. Okay, so because I'm having the die-off, right, and the antibiotics are working, it's kind of going in this regression. It's not regressing, but like when I started the antibiotics, I'm at the peak of my illness, right? So I'm killing that. So as the peak dies, it's like a reverse boss, if like you're in a game, right? I'm defeating the toughest boss, but then it goes backward. It has to go through all the prior evolutions. Do you know what I'm saying? And then it'll eradicate. It's like that. It's weird, but I'm recognizing it because I'm having these sensations, these stress sensations, these sensations that are directly connected to stress thoughts, that I haven't had since 2018, 19. And I was like, oh shit. But it's really good because I was in a really, I don't know what to call it. I was in a relationship, and it was stressful. And it continues to be stressful now, even though it's been over for 3.5 years. Hold on. When things don't get addressed, and when you carry things around, and sometimes it's not by your, it's not by your choosing. It's not always conscious. It's not always like a defense mechanism. Sometimes you're carrying, I'm carrying grief from wounds that someone else inflicted upon me and refuses to give me peace about. Flat refuses. So that's a very difficult thing. And then put in like seeing that person constantly, because we live literally 5 minutes from each other for 3.5 years. And all of this has been happening for literally 3.5 years. It's why I ended the relationship, because I knew I was getting sick. And I asked that person at the time. He didn't know. I didn't tell him what was happening, because I didn't feel safe telling him what was happening, and whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Sorry. This is what's happening. I'm like chaotic over here, and I'm just going to let this keep going, because this might happen to you and you might think you're crazy. You're not crazy. There's a lot of stuff going on. You're working through it. You're purging it. And when these sensations were coming up for me today, I was like, oh no, we're not carrying him anymore. You don't have power over me. No, it's done. It's done. This doesn't sound right. hi. Sometimes I ramble, so I stopped it and I'm clearly restart. See, I'm rambling now. Okay, hold on. I ended that relationship because I was getting sick and he was not supportive, and I knew I had to heal, and he had to go, and it was so difficult to do, but I had to do it. And so all of that is still in me. It's still in me. And I do a lot of work. Anyone who knows me knows how much work I do on trying to heal this stuff up. But when it's somebody else, when it's an external source causing that, it's hard. You do what you can. So when I recognize these sensations inside of myself, I recognize what they're from, and now I'm turning it around, and I'm literally breathing into it when it happens. And I am saying in my head, you don't have power over me. We're not carrying that around anymore. That wound is still there, but he gets no more power. You get no more, there's no more fuel for you inside here. No more fuel from the pain. No, it's gotta go, because it's me. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm sick from this, and I can't. I'm 50. I have at least 50 years left. I'm trying to live the last half of my life the way I was meant to live the first half of my life. You know what I'm saying? So fuck that. Who has time for this bullshit? I don't have time for this bullshit. So I'm obviously feeling much better today. I still feel ill, and I still have to take it easy, but I was able to go on my walk. I don't normally go on walks on Tuesdays, but I've decided, since I am in healing mode, I am going to do what I can when I can, and be a little more lenient on myself either way, and just not be so flexible. Like, I have to walk in this time in the morning or I'm not going to. You know what I mean? Those kind of things. I'm feeling better. I was able to go on my full walk, maybe a slightly slower pace, and then come home and then go and get my blood work done. So, yay. Those are routine labs, like a metabolic panel, checking my hormone levels and checking my cortisol levels. Can't wait to see what that is. We should take bets on how high my cortisol levels are. We'll figure out a reward for the winners. So we will all go eat something that I can't eat. I'll just watch you guys eat. Okay, so yesterday was really rough and it sucked ass. And I went through a lot of emotional stress all day. I was calling people. I never do that, but I did because I really needed to. And this disease that I have, I don't know what you would call SIBO or emo, whatever. I don't know what you would call it, but it's complicated to treat. And my doctor literally only said, we're going to put you on this antibiotic and then we'll retest you. And that was it. And that's literally not the correct protocol. It's part of a 4-part protocol. So I've been doing a lot of research, and it's not the easiest stuff to find. And I dive deep, because I don't have time for this, right? And I'm doing the research and I'm making these videos so you don't have to. So when you come looking and you're like, what the fuck, you can find me and I can tell you the things that I'm coming across. So I will keep you guys updated on that stuff as it comes. That's it for now, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go make a smoothie and take a shower. Maybe not. Maybe I'll go walk again. You guys don't care. Okay, I'll talk to you when I see you again. Until then, keep fighting the good fight. We got this, okay? Boop, boop. Bye.